Oh, I ain't even see y'all there. It's your boy Nisay. It's your boy Sin. Whatever you know me as. We about to get into these creepy TikToks that keep you up at night. I don't know about that. I don't know about keeping me up at night, but we gonna get right into it though.
These are some extremely unsettling facts, and I found all of these on Reddit. There's an invasive species of spiders known as parachuting spiders that are expected to end up on the East Coast very soon. These spiders use their webs as parachutes that allows them to literally fly around. But on top of that, these spiders are also very venomous. According to some research, it's been shown that their fangs are
I
too
assume that
small
all
to pierce
spiders are
human
venomous
skin,
just because.
but we aren't entirely sure yet. The stonefish is a fish that is located primarily in Australia and in some parts of the United States. This fish is extremely venomous, but the problem is, in most cases, you won't even be able to tell when you're stung. The pain will take some time to set in, but over time, it will increase and increase until it's completely unbearable. And if you don't treat this sting by denaturing it by using excessive heat or with an anti-venom, you will experience the worst pain of your life. And the pain
this
from the
is
sting
doing
can
too much
increase so
already.
much, in fact, that there's several cases of people who have been stung by a stonefish requesting to be killed. The Sedlec ossuary is a church located in the Czech Republic, but this is no normal church. This church is made primarily of human bones. This came about because there was too many people that had died and there wasn't enough space in their cemeteries. So the church leaders decided to harvest the bones of these dead people and ingrain them into the church itself. And the reasoning behind it was saying that them being a part of the church would bring them closer to God. But several people see this as a form of propaganda or a way for them to hide something much darker. And look, I know a lot of these are really hard to hear and I completely understand, but that's why.
Not with the ads, man. Come on, y'all ain't paying me none. Y'all ain't paying me none. Y'all ain't paying me none. Hold on. Y'all ain't paying me none. Yeah, man.
Disturbing things caught at Disney parks. During Disney's Aladdin show, something unexpected happens.
Ollie.
I don't understand. What am I supposed to be like seeing here? What was creepy about that? They failed.
You guys had an intense reaction to the last photo I showed you, so I found you another one. This one, I feel like you might be able to immediately pick apart what's wrong with this picture. The sourcing on this is a little murky, although it's believed to have been captured at the Fall Ridge Academy boarding school for girls in the basement hallway. So the girl who took this picture, it's believed that she thought her friends were following her through this hallway, so she took the picture thinking it was a prank to send to the group chat, not realizing what she had caught. A sort of eerie presence that she was picking up on was of a man who was hiding behind this classroom door, and you can see his face in the window. And if we get even closer, you can really see those features in the window. She was attacked by the man shortly after this, and although it would be hours before she was found critical but survived, which is how we got a police composite. To this day, this still remains as the only visual of the person who was hiding in that basement. And if you guys are loving Creep Time, make sure to go follow on Insta.
Okay, let me pause this real quick. Alright, so y'all don't know me. This is like my second video, but this is probably gonna be the first successful one. Basically, I watch these kind of videos all the time. I be getting this feeling in my body. So like if I hear something and somebody has a theory or something and I hear it, if it's true, this is my theory. Like I think if it's true, I like tear up or whatever. But like I don't be like crying and nothing. I just get this little tingle and be like, oh man, he's telling the truth. This guy has, but it's always creepy stuff. It ain't like, oh my god, I can tell if I got a lie detector. No, but when it comes to like stuff like this, then yeah, I feel like I'm tapped into the universe. If that makes more sense, like how the rain happened. That's what. Never mind.
Are you in the mood for a little mystery? This
Sure.
is the mysterious disappearance of Agatha Christie. Agatha Christie was a famous English mystery novelist whose mind was behind dozens of crime novels, often focusing on fictional detective characters like Miss Marple. But in 1926, Agatha's husband Archie asked for a divorce. He had fallen in love with another woman, his mistress. One evening in December, Agatha and Archie got into a big fight about the split. Later that evening, Agatha left in her car and then disappeared. Police began searching for her, and her disappearance had all the elements of one of her own whodunit mysteries.
Ain't no
It
way.
became front-page news, and even more questions came when her car was found abandoned
Definitely
near her
foul
home with
play.
clothing inside, but Agatha was nowhere to be found. It was one of the largest manhunts ever. 11 days passed, and finally, on December 14th, Agatha Christie was found at a hotel in Yorkshire. And this is the best part. She was registered at the hotel under the name of her husband's mistress. That hotel was 164 miles north of her home. She was examined by 2 doctors, and they diagnosed her with an unquestionable genuine loss of memory, aka a fugue state. Some believe that she did suffer some kind of mental breakdown, but others believe that she planned this to embarrass her husband, but didn't expect all the drama and attention from the public. And Agatha never really spoke of the disappearance at all afterwards. She went on to remarry and live a long life in England. So what do you think? Was it some kind of fugue state, or was it...
Hell no, she got over.
Back at her cheating husband?
She pulled a fast one.
These are 3 signs that Longhorse may be nearby. To recap, if you guys don't know,
Am I
who
watching the
Longhorse
wrong
is, this is
TikToks?
Longhorse. He's
These
one
are
of
not
Trevor
creepy.
Henderson's creations. He's said to be an entity that takes form in a horse skeleton with no arms or no legs. He can stretch to infinite lengths. He's said to be very friendly and warn you of nearby dangers, such as other more malevolent creatures created by Trevor Henderson. The first sign that Longhorse may be nearby is if you smell cinnamon. It's said that Longhorse emits a strong smell of sweet cinnamon. The second sign that Longhorse may be nearby is if you hear crackling noises, sort of like knuckles cracking. Longhorse's body is made up of bones, and his joints are constantly cracking when he changes shape. The third sign that Longhorse may be nearby is if you see him in your dreams. It's said that if you dream about Longhorse, that is a sign that he's going to be making an appearance in your life soon, most likely to warn you about another creature coming your way. This particular photo is from my Longhorse video on my YouTube channel.
Lame.
This is the scary truth about Avril Lavigne. There is a theory that states Avril Lavigne took her own life in 2003 due to the pressure of fame and her grandfather's passing. However, due to her success, the record label buried this news and used a body double named Melissa Vandella, who was actually initially hired to distract paparazzi. This theory is backed with photos of Avril pre-2004 and post-2004. And when put side by side, you can see many differences, including skin blemishes and slight differences in looks. On top of that, her handwriting also changed, and her normal speaking voice was also different. Also, in one promotional shoot, she even had Melissa written on her hand.
Alright, boom. So, those of you that may not know this, I like music. I do music. Check me out on the gram. I'm gonna put all my stuff at the bottom, but that has nothing to do with what I'm about to say. So Paul McCartney from the Beatles in 1966, he was in a very bad car accident, and long story short, he supposedly, well, the person that was he was replaced, basically. Like they replaced him because and then he came out with Penny Lanes and all the bussing music. Not saying his music wasn't bussing before, but after the car accident, after 1966, yeah, the Beatles started dropping stuff, that work. Well, they already had that work. Don't get me wrong. Let me go. Just Paul McCartney 1966. Look at it.
Hey, look, a pizza. You gotta let him into your house now.
These are some extremely unsettling facts, and I found all these on Reddit. It's been estimated that we've had over 32 broken arrow cases. I hear you saying, what's a broken arrow case? Well, a broken arrow incident is what is called when you lose a nuclear warhead. As far as I'm aware, I know that some of them have been found, and there was one that was found in North Carolina, but other than that, they're just gone. In 1994, the Los Angeles Police Department arrested a man for one of the darkest things I may have ever heard in my life. This man got arrested for dressing up as the Grim Reaper and standing outside of an old folks' home for days on end. And he would stay out there for a very long time until he was finally reported and the police came and got him.
Way.
The Grand Canyon is one of the most beautiful places that you can go visit on Earth. But it should come to no surprise to you that a lot of people have died there for very stupid reasons. That being said, there have been many cases of men dying because they wanted to pee into the canyon and they stood too close to the edge. And look, I know that was a lot of facts to take in right now, and it's probably nighttime wherever you are, so I apologize for that. But
what happened when you skip leg day?
In Albion, no matter
Oh my
where you
God.
go
See,
or
it's
what
only
you
two
do, your
eggs. I
mouth
mean,
will
that's
accompany
not
you on your
bad.
journey. Perhaps you'll
It's
pick
not
the
bad.
odds.
It's not bad. The video is nowhere near
Legend
over.
or lie, the antique lighter. Two friends were having lunch together at a fancy hotel when they saw an incredible car pull up next to them. A super well-dressed older gentleman got out, and one of the younger men said, "Hey pal, I like your car." The man looked at him with a straight face and said, "You want it?" The young man who was eating lunch just laughed it off and lit a cigarette with this really old antique lighter. The man with the cool car eyeballed the lighter and said, "Seriously, how bad do you want the car?" The young man smoking the cigarette was baffled, but the old man, he didn't let up. He said, "How much faith do you have in that lighter?" The young man smoking the cigarette proudly proclaimed that the lighter belonged to his grandfather and had been passed down to his father and then to him and had never failed for 3 generations, not once. The man with the cool car pondered this for a moment and then said, "How much would you bet that you could light that flame 10 times in a row without fail?" "I'd bet my life," the young man exclaimed. "I don't want your life," the old man said. "I just want your pinky finger. I'm in room 217, you light that lighter 10 times in a row, and my car is yours." He put the key card down to his room and left. After much debate, the two friends decided that they were going to go to the room and accept the bet. The young man's friend was really worried and told him not to go, but he didn't listen and he insisted the lighter would not fail him. So they got on the elevator, went to the second floor, and entered room 217, where the man awaited. They were shocked to find a table, a cleaver, and a rope already set up. The well-dressed man smiled widely and welcomed them into the room and insisted that the young man lay his hand flat on the table and he tied it with a rope and held the cleaver over it. He then told him he could begin. The young man lifted the lighter and lit it for the first time, and it went off without a hitch. And he smiled. Did it again. He did it again. 4, 5, 6, 7 times he lit it to the same result. The flame burst to life. But on the 8th attempt, it grinded for a moment and nothing came out. Until at last, the flame burst out. All he had to do was light it 2 more times and the car would be his. He lit it the 9th time, and once again there was a grind and hesitation, but once again the flame burst out of the lighter. All he had to do was light it 1 more time and the car was going to be his. But just before the young man could attempt to light it 1 last time, the door to the hotel room burst open and a frantic woman rushed into the room. She was screaming at them to stop it right now. Confused, the young man looked up and said, "Hey, I'm about to win my dream car." But the woman swiped the keys from the table and held them up in her hand, and when she did, the men noticed that she only had 2 fingers remaining, her index finger and her thumb. And she said, "Sorry boys, but this car already belongs to me." What do you think about this story? Do you think it really could have happened? Or did I just tell you a work of fiction?
These are facts that make death
Oh my
scary.
God. Oh my, why? So did he flick the lighter 1 more time? Cause I wasn't letting her walk out with that lighter. I mean with that car. I was not letting her walk out with that car. And I was gonna flick it 1 more time. And even if it didn't go off, he couldn't chop my finger off cause she got the car. But if it would have went off, I'd be like, no, that's my car. So either way, I was walking out with that car. So either way, she wasn't taking that V. Whatever V, it was my favorite V. I'm taking it. What you mean? And then if he had my hand, I was going to lose my hand. Oh, God. Because why did I just lose my first finger for nothing? So hell yeah, I'm finna. You feel me? Like, nah. Because that's why she only had 2 fingers left. All right, hold on. I don't know, man.
Up first, since the first ever human being, about 108 billion people have died. If you just stop and think about that for a second, it's actually impossible to wrap your head around. Every single human being you've ever read about has lived on this planet and died. Next up, we've all heard the phrase, "he died of old age." But that is a complete myth. You don't actually die from old age, but instead all the sicknesses and diseases that come with getting old. Getting old is actually awful and is probably one of the worst things about being a human.
Wow.
Finally, by the time you finish this video, 150 to 200 people will have died. People die every second of the day, which should make you stop and appreciate your life right now, because it could be gone within seconds.
I'm immortal, and I've been trying to like tell people that, but I've been here.
Nickelodeon.
Oh my God, number 3.
That marked one of the darkest chapters.
No.
This is why you should never believe in coincidences. This story is called The Human Chair by Junji Ito, and it's one of the most terrifying things I've ever read.
Hold on.
So the main character, Hayama, is a writer. And one day she walks into a furniture store looking to buy a chair. But the owner of the store tells her that he has a special armchair, and that this armchair has a fascinating backstory. He said that this chair used to belong to a famous author named Yoshiko. And one day Yoshiko received an anonymous manuscript in the mail titled The Human Chair. The manuscript went on to describe a carpenter who fell in love with the chairs that he made, to the point where he lived inside them. This terrified Yoshiko, as the chair that she had in her study room looked very similar to the one described in the manuscript. A few days later, Yoshiko's husband left town and Yoshiko received a letter. The letter said, "I know your armchair is an essential item for your work. Your body can't live without mine, and my body can't live without yours either. I hope for the day you and I can become one." Hayama then asked the owner of the furniture store, was the letter from the carpenter? And what happened to Yoshiko in the end? He replied that eventually her career as a writer failed and she disappeared without a trace. But then he starts peeling open the armchair. And this next image is too disturbing to show you, so just imagine. As the owner of the furniture store opened up the armchair, he revealed Yoshiko and the carpenter still inside decades later. He said Yoshiko lost her mind and decided to live the rest of her life with the carpenter inside the chair. And they even had children. The armchair was then passed down from generation to generation, and the owner of the furniture shop is their descendant, tasked with taking care of the chair and the 2 bodies inside of it. Then he said what might have been the most terrifying thing. He said, "Your name is Hayama, right? I've read your work before. Don't worry, as long as we find you the perfect chair, you won't have any more problems in your future, I can promise you that." Follow for more stories.
So it was 2 people in the chair, inside the chair, that was getting sold, and they had kids. Where was it? Did they keep the chair? Oh my God! What is going on? They lived it in the chair. I thought they was trying to say that he was dead in the chair, but then she said that they had kids. So did he get shipped in the chair and wait for her to? But I don't think. But how? I don't understand. Like I'm a little bit confuzzled right now. Can somebody leave that in the comments? If you know anything about this story, please leave. She said there was a picture that was too disturbing. I gotta look that up. That's crazy. Is that it? Alright, man. Well, I appreciate y'all, man, for coming through. Feel me? I appreciate y'all for sliding on the video, man. Stay up for more. Again, like, comment, subscribe. You feel me? Yeah, man. Till next time, we gonna turn it. Yeah, figure it out. You hear me? But yeah, man. Till next time, man. It's your boy Sin, and I'm next video we probably gonna do music videos. So if you got some music videos, or you got friends that make music videos and all that, if y'all got anything like that, I'm reviewing music videos. So drop them Jones down below. Drop links or names, whatever you want to do. Or you feel me, if you feeling nice, if you feel like you like that with the music and the music videos, man, just drop your little link to all your stuff, and I'll pick which ones I want to. You know what I mean? I'll just go through your head. Yeah, just go through the head. You hear me? But yeah, man. Till next time, man. It's your boy Sin, and we out of here, man. Straight like that. Damn. Let me get up out of here, folks. How we get out of here, man? Oh, I'm not even in the right. Oh my God.